This video will contain spoilers. I seen this film on a Saturday. It is currently Thursday. I am very late. Um, Partly because I had work. I've started work now. The Anyway, here we go. The Surfer, mixed ratings. I watched it in the cinema. Nicolas Cage, Julian McMahon. I already know this one's gonna be quick because there's not much to say. I fucked up. I thought this was going to be an action movie. I seen literally 5 seconds of the trailer and just assumed that that's what it was and didn't research it further. But I think even if I knew that it wasn't an action movie and that it's just does this say thriller? Okay, it does say thriller. I wouldn't say it's thrilling enough to be considered a thriller. I would just say it's a drama. Even if I went into the film knowing all that, I would still be disappointed. This film is so fucking boring, and it's probably the best example that we will ever get of a film that, instead of actually being good, the people behind it are just like, oh, we'll make it confusing and people will like it because they don't know what's going on. It's the same way that, like, I genuinely believe that the reason why Grant Morrison's comics are so highly praised is because people don't know. Sorry about that, but yeah, Grant Morrison, as far as I know, the thing that made him big was Doom Patrol, and his run on Doom Patrol, from what little I've read, is pretty good. But then he made stuff like Final Crisis, and I was about to say Arkham Asylum, but the only problem with Arkham Asylum is that you can't read what the Joker is saying because the font is shit. But things like that, like Final Crisis is the best example, that doesn't make any fucking sense. And I was told that, oh, well, it only makes sense when you read Seven Soldiers. I read Seven Soldiers! Final Crisis still doesn't make any fucking sense. It's not a bad comic, but it's just, it should not exist. And people praise 99% of the things he does, when mostly it's all just, you know, making it confusing rather than making it actually good. And I'm not saying that confusing and good are the opposite. Like, there are confusing things out there that I like. I like Christopher Nolan movies because they're confusing, but it's just you need to think about it for a bit and then it makes sense. But with stuff like The Surfer and Grant Morrison books, it doesn't make sense no matter how much you think about it because it's just random bullshit. Like, Nick Cage's son is in the first, like, 5 minutes of the film, and then he just doesn't show up until the end. Like, he just disappears. They don't acknowledge it at all. It's so fucking stupid. I was hoping that even if this wasn't an action movie, that at the very least he would go and kill the people, like Julian McMahon's guys. And at least in that case, the film kind of has like a message of stand up for yourself. But that didn't happen. He fucking joined them, and it's that's all I can really say. The Thing, universally positive ratings. I watched it on Prime with Ginger, Kurt Russell, Keith David. I seen this. I don't know when I seen it, but I seen it sometime before The Surfer. And I forgot to mention something about The Surfer that really pissed me off was that I seen that on Saturday. I started work on Monday, and I was thinking, like, you know, this is the last film that I'm going to watch in my free time before I start work, and it's this shit. Like, this is the biggest waste of my time ever. Like, I genuinely can't think of a bigger waste of my time than that. So that was part of what pissed me off. Um, but yeah. As for the thing, um, this is gonna sound really cringe. I don't care. In my opinion, this is based. So just L. But it is crazy how in Funko Fusion, like they recreated the the set so well. I thought that, you know, you're not gonna see enough of the set in order to recreate it, but they did. So that's crazy. Um, I didn't know that the film was gonna outright tell you that it's aliens is what the thing is. I like I didn't know that it started with that UFO. Um, I thought it just started with the dog. Um, I think I would have preferred it if they kept it unknown. Um, Speaking of the UFO, they said that they were able to like examine the ice. Excuse me, and determine that the ship has been there for 100,000 years. How the fuck does that work? It's just something weird that I noticed. Um, this film probably has the best effects for a film ever. Like, I don't want to say of the time because I can't think of anything from now that looks better. Um, there's certainly things that look more realistic, but I don't think that in this case looking realistic necessarily means looking better. Because I think when you do factor the fact that it's a film from 1982, that is what makes it the best. Because there were limitations then that we have broken through now. If you can't tell by these long, awkward pauses, I don't know what to say. Like, even if I were to make this review immediately after finishing the film, I still wouldn't know what to say. Like, it's a good film, it's just, I don't know, it's. I've seen the best of the film. Like, I've seen what there is to see. Like, not to say that the rest of the film is bad, it's just. I basically know everything because all the best shit is like really iconic. You know, you've got the ending, which in my opinion, I think Childs is the thing. Uh, Although to be fair, I did see a video talking about it before I watched the film, and the evidence I seen in that video was the fact that he drank the whiskey that McCready offered him, and like if Childs were still human, he would have been like, "No, I can't drink something that you've been touching because that's how if you're the thing you can spread." So the fact that Childs accepted it, um, yeah, I've heard other people say that maybe it wasn't whiskey in the bottle, it was gasoline, and the thing wouldn't know the difference. So the fact that he drank it, he realizes, yeah, if he were still human, he would have been like, "Oh, that's gasoline, spit it out," and all that. And also, the thing drank gasoline, so just get the flamethrower out. And another theory is the fact that you can't see Childs' breath. I would need to rewatch the scene to confirm that. I don't remember. But yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the start. I've seen the blood test. Um, and then the rest I knew from playing Funko Fusion.